Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today's video, I'm actually going to break down the costs of how much it really costs to set up on Amazon. So I'm going to go through all the things you will need, when you're going to need them as well. So if you want to get started, you're going to know exactly how much money you're going to need to invest, and then how much you're going to need to invest once you're kind of ordering your stock, and then maybe after you've ordered your stock as well. So this video is also going into my Amazon FBA UK course. So here it is, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff. Leave a little thumbs up, leave a like if you like this, and of course leave a comment if you have any questions or anything you'd like me to clarify. But I hope you enjoy the video. See you in a second. Alright guys, so I wanted to actually break down for you the actual costs that you're going to be incurring throughout this process. So what we actually are going to look at is, first of all, if it's a one-off cost compared to a monthly cost, and when you're going to have to pay it. Now obviously you can see this straight away. I'm not going to kind of show you one by one, but I'm just going to talk through these so you understand what the payments are, okay? So the first thing we're going to look at is Jungle Scout Light Chrome Extension. So Jungle Scout is going to be something you're going to be used for finding products to sell on Amazon. It's not the only method, but it's one of the methods that you're going to use, which is kind of most effective. So the Light Chrome extension is the cheaper one, and that's going to be a one-off fee of £74. Okay, so that's going to be something you're going to have to buy pretty much straight away if you want to start doing product research. The next thing is the Jungle Scout Startup web app. So again, that's the cheapest web app they do, and that's where you log in, and that's how you actually find potential products. That's a monthly fee of about £30. Now with that, you can buy it for a month, you can cancel it. If you find your product within 14 days, you can just get a refund, but that's going to be a monthly fee, but of course you can cancel that at any time. I continue to pay for it monthly because it's a good idea for me, but you might not want to continue paying for it after you found your first product. So yeah, but that you're going to need straight away as well. Now those are really the only two things you need straight away. Everything else is going to be either just before the order, or during or after the order. So that's all you're going to need straight away. So that's going to be about £104 to get started, okay? Now the next thing you're going to actually need to buy is a sample. Now this is optional, but I do recommend getting a sample. The normal thing that will happen is that you'll ask your supplier for a sample, and they'll actually give you the unit for free, but you'll have to pay for shipping from China. So that's normally about about £30. Can be less, can be more, depends on the product, but let's just say it's about £30. You will need a barcode for that product, or just the sample before you order, guys. Order the sample before you order. Barcode is going to be about £3. Again, it can be a little bit less, but you're going to do that during the order. You don't need it before, but once you start saying, like, I'm going to buy this, like, here's, you transfer your money over, you're going to want to get your barcode pretty quickly. Seller Central. So with, you have to create a seller account, and they charge you per month on that. It's £30, it's £25 plus VAT. So yeah, you're going to have to pay for that to create your shipping plan, to create your product, to get all your barcodes for your to your supplier, basically everything you need. But you only need to do that again once you have chosen your product and you're ready to kind of pull the trigger on it. So that's kind of during your order, and that's £30 for that, £30 a month. And again, you will need to continue paying that, judging that you're still selling on Amazon. Now the next couple of things, well, next three things are all about your product listing. So once your product is actually ordered, then you're going to want to do two things. First of all is a reverse ASIN search. Now if you go to the section in the course that's a little bit further on about creating a product listing, there's a whole big thing about this. But so don't worry if this doesn't make sense now, but you'll need a reverse ASIN search, and I do this through Keyword Inspector, I think it's called. And you have to buy about 25 credits. That will get you loads and loads of kind of back-end keywords, so you can actually assess the top competitors and what the keywords that they're ranking for. Now that's £19 for 25 credits. And yeah, one search is anywhere between 1 and 3 credits, depending on how in-depth you want it. Again, that will be after the order. It's a one-off fee. You'll need then keyword searches. So this all goes down to the your product listing and how good your product listing is going to be, how high it's going to kind of rank for those keywords. You want to find out what the keywords are, right? I would highly recommend paying for these. I've seen people that haven't paid for them, but as soon as you pay for them, you actually know the search volume of every single keyword. Now, I personally pay for one that does YouTube as well as Amazon, and that's just obviously because I use YouTube and I want to rank videos on YouTube. But that I pay £50 a month for. You can get this cheaper, and also the one that I pay for, which is keywords.io, I can have another 2 users on that account. So for example, if you are doing some product research with someone and you want to split that cost so you're at the same moment, so go into the group, if someone's looking to order at the same time, then you could basically share this membership between 1 or 3 people. So again, that makes it a bit cheaper, but again, that's after the order. You don't need to do that until after the order. Images, like you can use the manufacturer images, but I really recommend you have your own images taken, which is also why you want to get the sample. But have images taken, get them professionally done, professionally edited. I would budget anywhere between £50 and £100 for that, but I've put about £80 in. Again, you can get this cheaper, but I thought I'd kind of overestimate a little bit. I spent £80. I didn't use all the images, but that's what I kind of spent on it. And I didn't even shop around, so I know I can get that cheaper. Again, that's after the order as well. Right, the next thing you're going to need is stock, okay? So the stock, I'm going to say, this is completely variable, but you'll learn about this in the next few videos, is that, this is all down to your goals. But let's say you got 200 units and including delivery, it's £5 a unit, just to keep the maths quite easy. It's going to be £1,000 for your stock. You have a payment fee of 2.5% if you use like the Alibaba payment gateway. It's 5% if you use PayPal. I don't see any real difference using the two. Personally, I go for the 2.5% over the 5%. It just makes more sense to save some money, even though it's, in this case, only £25 difference. It's, it's still money, right? It's still money. But these two are when you order. You have to pay, obviously, for your stock and your payment when you order. Depending on some manufacturers, they might want 30% up front if they're going to manufacture it, and then 70% upon when it's actually being manufactured. But that all depends on your manufacturer. So generally, it's when you order, but some of them you might be able to pay a deposit and pay for the bulk later, but that all depends on your supplier and nothing to do with this, but you'll end up paying the same amount. So payment fee, okay, cool. You'll then have to pay customs duty, which is anywhere between 0 and kind of 10%. It does vary, but I'm going to put in 5% just to keep it kind of average, and that's 5% of this fee right here. So that's 5% of your stock, including delivery. You then have your VAT, which is 20%, which is 20% of your stock, including delivery, and your customs duty. That's going to be £210 for that. Now these two you pay upon arrival into the UK. So either if you're having sea shipping, it'll literally be on arrival, or some agents like FedEx or DHL, they'll invoice you in the post, or they'll get you to do a bank transfer or stuff like that. But basically, that's upon arrival into the UK. That you'll have to pay these two, unless you agree with your manufacturer that your delivery includes these two prices. So if it includes these two prices, they're just going to bundle all this price together. But again, you end up paying the same amount of money. It just depends on when you actually pay it. So there's going to be two totals. There's a total for actual one-off costs, which is, again, for this order, for your first order, and to set up and do everything you need to do, just under £1,500. And then there's kind of 3 monthly payments, about 110. Again, not all of these you'll need to continue paying. You only really need to continue paying Seller Central. The Jungle Scout web app you won't need to pay, and the keyword searches, again, you won't need to pay that after you've done it. But that's just to give you an idea. So for 1 month of actually setting up, getting selling, having everything you need to then continue to make profit throughout the next year or whatever, then I've estimated it to be about £1,600. So the actual cost minus the stock, because again the stock is completely variable depending on your own goals. I said it's £316 to get set up. You can do it for cheaper, you can do it for more. It all just depends on your preferences, how many samples you want to get. If you've got 2 products, like 2 different variations of color, you might spend £3 on barcodes. Seller Central won't change. Reverse ASINs, to be honest, it's not really going to be more than that unless you want to go really super in depth, which you could do if you want. It could be advantageous to do that. And then images, again, could be variable, but I would highly recommend spending money on images because it's going to pay you off in the long term, because you're going to have a better listing, more people will click on it, you'll get a higher conversion to sale, just because of the pictures are like 90% of why people buy. So that is money well spent. So hopefully, guys, that makes sense. I may add things to this video in the comments below if anything changes, or if any of these prices change or anything like that. But hopefully that will give you a really well-rounded idea about what you're actually going to need straight away, up front, before ordering, during your order, after your order and upon arrival, your goods upon arrival in the UK. Awesome, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Again, I've gone through all the costs in a few different ways, and if you have anything that you think I should have added to that, then can you just leave it in the comments below, and let me know if you think maybe some of these are overestimates or underestimates. A lot of these are just the amounts that I've personally paid. And of course, the stock is completely variable. We don't know how much the stock is going to be. But yeah, if you've liked this video, make sure you are subscribing to see more Amazon FBA content, specifically for the UK. If you are looking to learn how to do this in depth, then the first link in the description is the Amazon FBA UK course. Sign up to that. You get my personal help with making sure your product is the right one, with working out all these fees and making sure that you're actually going to make money from Amazon in the long term. Smash that like if you like it, and I'll see you tomorrow.